Hello travelers, a trip could be a full assignment, but do you know that a small mistake on a trip can ruin your vacation? You might miss your flights, lose your belongings, get scammed, or even get stuck at the airport. But don't worry, we are here to help you to avoid the problem you might face before and during a trip so you can enjoy Vietnam smooth and stress-free. Please stay to the end, especially if you don't want your dream trip to turn into a nightmare.
GADT Travel.
Today we are sitting down with Alice, who knows all the common troubles inside out. Especially, she has held hundreds of travels, enjoy smooth and stress-free journey across Vietnam. And in this episode, she will walk us through the most common mistakes that travel make before and during that trip, and more importantly, the way that they can avoid them. So let's meet her now. Hi Alice, can you introduce a little bit about yourself?
Yes, sure. Hello everyone, my name is Alice. I'm travel consultant at GADT Travel and I have been working here for 3 years.
Great to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure our viewers can feel excited but a little bit nervous when they travel to other countries, right?
Yes, definitely, especially first time traveler. That's why we are here today.
So let's dive in.
So I think e-visa is the most common issue when traveling to Vietnam. Some tourists, they don't even know that they need e-visa when they travel Vietnam, especially Indian traveler. So just some countries such as Germany or Japan, Korea, and Southeast Asia country, they don't need to apply visa to travel Vietnam for their limited time. But for Indian traveler, they need to apply e-visa in advance before they travel.
So if they forget, what happened?
Their trip could be cancelled because they cannot board the flight without e-visa.
You mean they have got a visa before the trip, right?
Yes.
So how long in advance that they have to apply for a visa?
To avoid last-minute panic at the airport, I highly recommend Indian travelers should apply e-visa 2 weeks in advance. They need valid travel documents such as valid passport, portrait photo, and apply e-visa on Vietnam official government website.
That's super helpful. Anyway, we also have a YouTube video that shows exactly the way to apply for a visa. You can check it after this talk. And another mistake that might really small, but it's caused a lot of troubles for travelers, which is not bringing cash to Vietnam.
Absolutely. I think many travelers, they think that they can use cards everywhere in Vietnam, but actually small shops and small restaurants, they only accept cash.
So is it hard to exchange rupees to Vietnam dong?
Actually, in Vietnam, we don't accept Indian rupees. So for Indian travelers, they have to exchange rupees to USD while they're still in India. And they bring USD to Vietnam to exchange local currency. They can exchange money at the airport or city center, but I highly recommend they exchange money at the city center because the rate is higher.
Great advice.
Oh, and this one is big too. Some travelers, they want to build their own itinerary on YouTube, Google, or even ChatGPT or any AI platform, but they don't know that sometimes the itinerary they get on those platforms is not practical. They end up booking hotels far from city center and they have 5-6 places to visit in one day, which is impossible because of the traffic and distance. Also, if in the group there are elderly people and children, they cannot follow such a tight schedule.
I see. A lot of itineraries kind of like amazing on paper, but once you're on the ground, everything like definitely different. I mean, they don't work. Like they miss some parts, arrive late, even they get exhausted to enjoy the trip.
That's why we always recommend before finalize your trip, you should talk with local friends or local travel agency, and maybe you can check some travel community on Facebook, or maybe just someone who has been to Vietnam. As a local travel agency, we confident that we understand our country well, so we can create a suitable itinerary for you.
You're right. These days, we hear a lot about tourist scams, like some travel booked through random websites or third-party agents, and then it turns out to be fake. It's kind of stressful, and they might lose their monies and even they not to go. So how can they check if an agent is real?
Here, what we always recommend, check if the company have official international tour license issued by Vietnam's government. Real operator must legally register a license, not just someone random on social media. You can verify their license on government website ending with .gov.vn. Years of operation is also matters. The longer they've been around, the more reliable they are. And also, reviews on TripAdvisor is key because the reviews on TripAdvisor is verified by legit travelers. It's harder to fake. So when you got a cheap deal or something just too good to be true, you should be skeptical.
That makes sense. Verify local operators, real reviews, and personal support. And one thing I heard from my friends, like a lot of travelers who don't want to book a tour in advance because they want to see how they feel when they arrive. So, is that a good idea?
We hear that a lot. Honestly, booking at last minute is quite risky, especially during high season. Some popular destinations like Ha Long Bay, Ninh Bình, Sapa are fully booked in high season and hotels are occupied quickly. Also, domestic flight and train can be sold out too.
They might end up with no place to stay or book a hotel with a higher price, right?
Exactly. That's why we always suggest our guests to book tour package 3 months in advance, especially the popular spot, and always check the cancellation policy. Now, many good tour operation they offer flexible and refundable options for guests.
So let's book soon, book smart, and talk to legit travel agency. So how about the mistake that during the trip?
Let's start with the most classic one, late pickup for the group tour. So some guests they can be sleep through the alarm, or they party too hard last night, so or taking too long for breakfast, so they miss the bus. At this situation, they could miss the tour and they have to book taxi to chase the bus of the group tour.
Chase the bus.
So let's double check with the pickup time and pickup location with the tour operators. And guests must set the alarm and be ready at the pickup spot 10 minutes in advance.
One more thing, some tourists got scammed or overcharged with simple things like taxi or souvenirs. Is that true?
Unfortunately, yes. I think tourist trap is everywhere and it's happened in Vietnam too. If you go somewhere by taxi, you should use Grab or B, so you can check the price on the app. Or if you go to the restaurant or buy souvenir at the souvenir shops, you should check the price before you pay. And you can also bargain at the market too.
So don't be shy and spoken with a smile.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fun part of traveling too. You can always ask the tour guide or the travel consultant to see what price you should bargain. Oh, I have just remember some guests they forgot their belongings at the airport, in their bus, or even at the hotels too. Like you should check your belonging before you leave hotel or the buses, especially some important items such as money and passport. And also for some 4-star and 5-star hotel, they will need your deposit before check-in. If you don't damage anything at the hotel or you don't use any room service or order any beverage and food, they will refund you that deposit amount before you check out.
Makes sense. Prevention is better than chasing it later. Alright, that was the helpful test. Thanks to Alice to join us today and share with us a lot of real mistakes to help people, especially Indian tourists, to avoid them while traveling to Vietnam.
Yes, thank you for having me. So if you are planning a trip to Vietnam, please feel free to contact GADT Travel. We are here to help you make it smooth, safe, and unforgettable.
And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with other travelers. And now, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Alice
From GADT Travel. And goodbye.
GADT Travel. Your smile, our happiness.